everyone. Now keep in mind, most of the next areas will have no ropes to remind you to keep off the grass. So make sure you give a hand to our fantastic team of gardeners and be mindful of that all around the set. This area right here is my absolute favorite. It is called the Dell. It's an independent community within Hobbiton, as in they have everything they need to make it on their own. They've got their own orchard, their own pond, their own wood supply, vegetable garden in the back. They've got all they need. That orchard right here has got apple trees, pear trees, and quince trees. In the books, you can read about plum trees. There is nothing worse for movie directors than big fans. We have read the books, we know all the details, and we're not happy when they don't make it into the movie. So Peter Jackson, being extremely passionate and a big fan of Tolkien himself, tried to keep this place as close as possible as the description you can find in the book. The problem with the plum trees is down here in New Zealand, they're actually way too big to fit the scale of the movie. They grow up and then wide. So the children playing the hobbits could not even reach out for the plums, so it made no sense at all. So they simply took these, stripped them bare, and wired every single leaf and plum onto it to make it look like a plum orchard. That took about 10 days, roughly full time. How long do you think it shows in the movie?
About 10 minutes.
If you watch the regular version, you have it for a full second. So please watch the extended version for an extra 2 seconds of plum tree. Next time you watch it, feel free to press pause. Really enjoy the plums because it took a lot of work, all right? That pond right here behind me is called Frog Pond. The way it works is they first got onto the set, they got everything ready, dug up that pond, and then they left for a little while to let everything age naturally. When they came back, frogs had taken over. They didn't think this would be a problem until they realized they couldn't even hear the voices of the actors on the soundtrack over the sound of wah, wah, wah all day long. So they jumped in with their buckets, grabbed all the frogs, drove them to the next pond over. What do frogs do when night comes? Anyone dealt with frogs before? I'll tell you, they go back home. So the next morning, the crew came back, and every single frog was back in that pond all over again. They tried driving them away a few times. By the end, they dressed someone like a hobbit, asked them to sit right there by the tree, and just throw some pebbles into the pond every few seconds, so that the frogs would be intimidated, would go silent, and they could finally get to filming. Now you probably noticed we've got plenty of wildlife. We've got a lot of birds, we've got pukekos, we've got guinea fowls. We have got some black swans on the lake, absolutely gorgeous and beautiful, but they're very mean and vicious as well, all right? Swans do not think it is funny at all for you to get close to them and grab photos. They will attack. I've seen what they can do. If you get close to the swans, you're on your own. I'm not coming to save you. They're terrifying creatures. Stay away from the swans at all times. We've also got a cat. Her name is Pickle. This one's very nice. She was found in a box as a kitten on the road where we started, and people working on set started feeding her on their way back home every night. One day she got tired of